Gemini. Horoscope for 2025. The astrological horoscope for Gemini. Women and men is very favorable and promising. Professionals in their field will finally be appreciated. Those who are confused and don't know what to do next will be able to take a break and eventually choose the right direction. For many, the year will be a turning point, with major changes ahead that are worth preparing for. The period is favorable for strengthening friendly relations, for creating a family and expanding it. This year is a great opportunity to be with your loved ones. Work should not come to the fore, even if you really need to get a new position. Under any circumstances, family comes first. In 2025, there will be an opportunity to meet influential people, so you should not completely neglect social activities and communication. Horoscope for men. In 2025, representatives of the stronger sex will be able to demonstrate their professionalism and prove to their loved ones that they are capable of a lot. In winter, there may be small problems with motivation, but everything can be solved. It is important to set a clear goal for yourself. You can't get discouraged if something doesn't work out. Such periods are possible in the first half of the year, and success will depend on how a man can overcome temporary difficulties. Your personal life will be successful if you don't waste your attention. It's time for singles to make a choice and finally take some decisive steps towards starting a family. Horoscope for a woman. The prognosis for women is contradictory. In general, it is favorable, but it is important not to exhaust the internal resource. To prevent severe fatigue, the year 2025 will be a symbol of renewal. Women who are in toxic unions will finally be able to sort themselves and their partner out and make the right decision. Sometimes it's better to break up and start a new relationship, not to miss the chance to become happy. If there are disagreements in a couple, it is better to resolve them without postponing it for later. Subsequently, it will be even more difficult to untangle everything and come to some kind of compromise. Love horoscope for 2025. Single people have a chance to meet a soulmate. The union promises to be very successful and happy. In 2025, everything must be done to arrange a personal life. It is important to understand that water does not flow under a lying stone. If there is a desire to find a couple, you need to actively get to know each other, communicate, and not stay at home alone. There are people in the inner circle who harbor secret sympathy, but are afraid to admit it because they do not see reciprocal interest and readiness for a new relationship. There is a high probability of quarreling with a partner because of jealousy, so you do not need to give unnecessary reasons. If a loved one doesn't like something, it's better to talk to them calmly about it. Explain your position, but in no case should you add oil to the fire. Money horoscope. In 2025, there is a chance to significantly improve the financial situation, and this will happen not only because of the increase in income. There is a high probability of receiving an inheritance or a big win, but in this case, it is important to properly manage the crazy money. They should not be wasted on entertainment and fleeting weaknesses. This will have to be greatly regretted later. Astrologers recommend making a safety cushion. It is not a fact that in the future there will be periods as favorable. In order not to find yourself in a difficult situation, you need to rely on your own strength. It is not advisable to lend large sums or borrow from someone. There is a very high risk of being in debt or losing your money, and with it, your trust in your loved one. Despite the fact that astrologers predict a sudden increase in well-being, you should not expect surprises from fate. It is better to be active and try to achieve your goals step by step on your own. Career horoscope. Many Gemini people will finally wait for their finest hour and will be able to achieve career heights, get a long-awaited promotion or a long-desired position, but nothing will be given for nothing. At the beginning of the year, astrologers advise you to focus on completing your current work assignments. If you have the opportunity to choose a project, you should take it seriously. It is important to choose for yourself the direction in which there is an opportunity to prove yourself, to show your superiors your best qualities, and the reward is sure to find its hero. Astrologers advise representatives of the sign who are dissatisfied with their work and position to think about changing their field of activity or company. When every morning there is a feeling of heaviness in the soul, there is a rejection of what you have to do. You need to do something about it. Otherwise, there is a possibility that the result will not be achieved. In 2025, you will have the opportunity to advance your career thanks to successful acquaintances. So it is important to build relationships with influential people correctly. Gemini Health Horoscope. Astrologers do not predict serious health shocks, but those with chronic cardiovascular diseases should be more careful. If doctors' recommendations are not followed, relapses are possible. It is very important to properly allocate time for work and rest. It is important to give the body relief. In summer, it is advisable to undergo treatment in a sanatorium or go somewhere for a change of scenery and passive relaxation. To maintain health, it is necessary to adjust nutrition, eat less fatty and heavy foods, give preference to fresh vegetables and fruits, and take additional vitamins. In 2025, it is worth avoiding stressful situations whenever possible. Sometimes it's easier to give in, step aside, and take a break than to get into a fierce argument, prove something to someone, and then deal with the consequences and solve health problems. At the beginning of the year, it is advisable to undergo all preventive examinations and examinations. This will prevent complications. Everything must be done in a timely manner.